welcome to this exciting video where you once again join me in the countryside of Scotland. Today we've come back to a similar place that we were at a few weeks ago when we went to the cave in the field which had sunk in. I noticed some other crazy, I think it's like massive caves down by the sea, but last week I couldn't actually get to them because the tide was in. So I've waited till this weekend now. The tide's fully out, or it's going out right now, and we're away to check out these crazy massive caves down here, never seen before on the channel. And yeah, I've just parked kind of at the roadside on the Auchmithie road. We're halfway between kind of Auchmithie and Arbroath here on the east coast of Scotland. Like, it blew my mind when I saw the size of that sea cave a few weeks ago in the video. I just thought like maybe these other caves like lower down next to the water, they might go in really far, so it'll be cool to explore and just see what it looks like. Maybe at one time the sea was even higher here at the coast, carving away at the rocks. It's cool just to imagine that, folks. You never know what's around the corner on these adventures. Like, it's crazy often the things that we find. I know for sure that there's like a massive cave, so I'm just hyped to go and explore it. Probably super dangerous, but that's what we're all about on these adventures. Look at this for a crazy view, folks. There's just all sorts of incredible coastal landscapes around here on the east of Scotland. There's two tunnels there that take you through onto another beach, which is hard to even get to. If the tide's in, there's no way of getting to the other beach. But when the tide's out, you can access it through those tunnels. But the caves I'm wanting to go is way beyond even that furthest bit that we can see sticking out. We need to go right over behind that, so I'm just following this coastal path. And the scenes are just incredible, folks. Today we're lucky because there's no wind, and that's so rare at the coast, but it's perfect for making videos. And I'm so excited to see this cave. Yeah, it's amazing times, folks. A crazy point, folks. There's actually an oil rig out on the horizon there on the water. There's an oil rig getting, what looks like it's getting towed in somewhere, or towed out from the coast. Or it's some sort of massive frame like an oil rig. It's maybe even related to the windmills that they're building up the coast. It's interesting to see that though. It's a huge, massive structure with steel pillars. Anyway, folks, we're at the top of a cliff right now and it's eerie. Under our feet is where that cave tunnel is that has featured on videos before. I'll link it at the end of this one on the screen at the end of the video. I have been on adventures underneath this hill, which is crazy to think about. There's little passageways through the sandstone where it's been worn out and stuff over the years. Wow, the coast here is so vast, the cliffs are so high. That was why, when I noticed the cave on that last adventure, I noticed the cave, but the conditions just weren't right. So I thought next time I get a chance, I'm definitely wanting to go back there for an adventure. And it's the sort of landscape, it's just a paradise landscape, but it's extremely dangerous. And I'm going to hit, whoa, I nearly dropped the camera there again, folks. But yeah, it's like a paradise landscape, but it's difficult to get down. There's a really steep hill that I have to climb down to get to the cave that I'm wanting to go. But I still literally need to go right around that farthest bit of the coast there. It might have been quicker walking from the Auchmithie end into where I am, but I wasn't actually sure, folks. I just went for it because I knew I could get on this route for sure. So wow, the cliffs here are crazy. It's just earth and stuff just on top of the sandstone, and all the sandstone's different layers. Some of it's got pebbles, and other bits it's just smooth sandstone. There we go, folks. I can see the massive cave down there at the water's edge, and it looks extreme. It looks like it goes in quite far, and I didn't even remember how extreme this land was. I'm just going to push along the path further, and hopefully there's a way down onto that beach bitty. The tide should still be going out just now, so we've got time, but it's just a crazy environment. But I love going down and trying to video stuff like that. Document the crazy wild landscapes of Scotland. And down there it'll just be like a different planet with the amount of red rock the height of the cliffs around here, folks. It's just wild. And they're carved from the sea being wild here on the east coast. The North Sea, there's often some crazy storms and big waves hurtling in against these rocks, wearing them and carving the landscape. Every now and again there's like massive bits like break off, big chunks wear away, and often the land at the top, the fields just get smaller and smaller. This is insane, folks. Check out that incredible beach. See, there is potentially a route maybe from that corner down beside those bushes and then down there and then along there, folks. Sometimes with a situation like this you have to read the land from like a long way away to see the best route down, or even like a safe route. But what a view that is with the sun shining in there. Craziest of scenes once again, folks. Right, folks, I've just found this crazy little path and it looks like it takes me down towards this little beach without having to go down that grassy hill. So I'm just following it in. But there is fresh like footsteps here, I would say. And this looks like a well trodden path. Looks like ferocious water has carved this out. This is so cool, folks. I love exploring areas and places that I've never been before on videos. Stuff like this is so cool. Literally, like, this is like the uncharted lands of Scotland, folks, and it's crazy that I've managed to find a way down here. Yeah, that's a proper swampy little area there. Yeah, but considering the height of all these, like, it's proper sandstone bedrock each side of here. So it's difficult, obviously, to find a slope which isn't a sheer cliff face. Whoa, this is a total madness right here, folks. Proper welly conditions, and that's how I wore the wellies for this adventure. The first like 2.5 miles of this adventure was just like perfect pavements, but I thought to get down to this beach it would be such an extreme adventure. The wellies were needed. Look at this, folks. This path comes down to here and then it just stops. There's no path in any direction. I'm not even sure what my best bet is to try and get across here now. Insane, folks. Not unless I'm meant to just walk down this way. Such an extreme environment. I can see another bit there that could be the path. I'm just reading the land and being careful with each footstep, folks. This is so crazy. Wow. Look at this, folks. Landscapes that we've never seen before. And the rock around here is incredible. The first cave we're going to go and have a look at is this massive one here. It's honestly like so big. It's bigger than a tatty shed, folks. Crazy scenes. And another thing here, it looks like there's another massive cave at this side. So yeah, we'll have to do both these caves. This is crazy scenes once again. Wow, I don't know if this is boggy land here where these trees are growing. That was going to be my initial route down there, like, and I'm still not sure what way I'm going to climb back out here. There's deep holes where the water has been running down this hill, so I'm still being super careful, but I'm so hyped now that I can see this, like the size of these caves, and the fact I've managed to make it down here, it's so special, folks. This is some crazy little beach here that's unseen. Wow. Look at the size of the hole here, which has been worn out with the water. What an absolute magical scene this is here, folks. I've seen so many little robins flying about today. That's a sign that winter's coming. Another crazy thing that I notice here, like, it's not just the geese that migrate, because all the seagulls are away from the coastal areas as well at this time of year. You can see it. All the cliffs are clear. Not a seagull in sight. There's actually a massive bird up here which is a buzzard. And it looks like a big buzzard. the scenes are in here, folks. Can't wait to get into this cave so and document it. When the tide's in, it comes right up to here. So yeah, we'll have to keep that in mind to see these caves here. It's a low tide adventure. So I'm going to hurry straight over to this place and check the rocks out of here. It's like sandstone, but the layers to it are just insane. It's obviously like sedimentary bedrock rather than volcanic bedrock. And the different layers have been compressed kind of under the surface of the earth at one time. And then because of like the movement of the tectonic plates of the earth, that's what forces all this up. And the reason it's not level is because it gets creased as it gets folded. So what we witness here is like the side of one of the curves as the actual ground kind of is moving, which is a crazy fact about the earth. The tectonic plates and stuff, folks. It's a mega scene out here. Anyway, this cave here is most likely like there's fissures in the rocks, so the cave's most likely worn into some of the soft fissures. Here there's a blue sphere over here, folks. Yeah, you can see the high tide line here, and it's crazy the difference when the tide's out and in. On the east of Scotland here, it can often rise and fall super quick. Wow, check this thing out here. I'm not sure if I want to go near it. It could be an atomic bomb. Wow, what has that been, folks? Look at that. Oh, it's one of those fishing floats off somebody's boat. I thought it was maybe something North Korea had dropped. Yeah, there you go. Wow, it's proper eerie when the cliffs is this high. A lot of these stones lying here are big chunks that's broken off and rumbled down. The cave's just round here. I'm so excited about this, folks. This is dangerous and sloppy around here though. Check this out, folks, we've made it. A cave carved into this wild landscape. And it's crazy to see these cliffs from street level. From sea level, I should say. Look at this, folks, there's tons of pretty big caves around here. And look at the way the rock's just hanging above here. This is what I could see from miles away. It looks like such a big cave. Wow. That is so cool, folks. Let's head in. I'll put on the torch for this one so we can see what we're doing. Wow, I don't even know if this is safe. Of course it's not safe. Look at this, folks, right above our heads right now. There's earth itself. Wow, what a crazy place to visit. I love an adventure like this where it's like stuff that's like hard to get to, crazy bits of natural landscape. I put on my torch, but in hindsight we don't even need the torch. Look at this greenery here. Wow. Think of the force of the water in here when it's pounding in. Every time the tide comes in, the water is in here. Wow. This gives you an idea of how the water wore through to that sea cave in the last week's video. Look at this, folks, there's a wee tunnel goes way back there. This is crazy. Look at this, we're going in. My torch is on, but it's actually bright. Like bright enough. Look at this. Wow, think of the force of the water pounding in here. Just check out the size of this cave, I can't even believe it. Wow. I'll get a couple of photographs of this because it's a colossal, like, natural wonder here in Angus, just below the cliffs of Auchmithie. Look, you would almost think somebody had scored in there at one time, an old letter H, or old markings. No, unless it could just literally be just a natural fissure. Anyway, I'm going to get a couple of pictures, folks. So there we are, folks. We're really far in underneath this mountain, and it's actually eerie knowing that we have this much weight of earth above our heads and like all that rock above our heads, and knowing how fragile this sandstone actually is. It's just a spooky feeling, eerie, but it's almost like standing in an actual cathedral with such an incredible view of the waves rolling with the North Sea. I'm not even sure, it's maybe too bright when I'm looking at it that way. Wow, I'm going to push round the corner. There's another massive cave. Look at it, folks. You can see layers of it's broken off, chunks of it, because it's all different. You can see the pebbles in some of it, and then smooth sections in others. Just mind-blowing scenes right here, folks. Wow, anyway, let's head round the corner. I just love seeing stuff like this. It's like carved from the power of nature. And before long, it might just fall completely in, and then you would have no idea. And that's what's happened probably over the years all the way along here. And at one time, the ground would have been above my head right now. Look at this, folks. There's a second. Whoa! A bird flew. I got such a fright. Look, this is a secondary cave. Wow, it looks like it goes quite far in as well. It's like a fissure between here, you can see it. Look at the lines through that rock as well. And tons of layers. And often I think that quartz seams can go up through it once it starts moving, and there's fractures between it. That's how you get that between the sedimentary rock. It's like crazy rich ores just in a thin seam. It's like a pebble cave. There's a little bird there. It was going to fly out, but then it didn't want to, because I was here. It was obviously scared. It's still in here. Here. Whoa! A bird was like right above my head. I need to totally get out of here. Kind of something crazy though, folks. This cave keeps on going down here. Whoa! See in front of me, folks. Look, there's a hole goes way up. Right there. That is a black hole heading on a way up. There's so much bird feathers here. I'm just heading out, because I believe this bird's like nesting up in that hole. But it's crazy to document it and video it. Like, it's eerie because it's like dark. The way it's worn, the way it's falling in. And then obviously it's scary having that much weight above your head. Craziest of scenes, folks. Wow, I'm just going to have a look around this corner. See, look, there's water running down here like a stream. And I'm not sure where that must be coming out below that rock. That's maybe an underground kind of waterway coming in here. That is insane, folks. It's cool to see that as well, like little nuggets like that of the natural landscape. Because everything's so wet, the weather's been crazy. I'm just no trusting these rocks, like, for no being slippy. Whoa, there's a crazy bit up there, look. It's almost like a hollowed out piece. Wow, look at the way this is all worn and carved out, folks. That is just so crazy. And now I'm right beside the sea. Look at it surging in here. At this time of day now, I'm not even sure if the tide's starting to come in. Anyway, I'm going to head on back over to this beach here. What a crazy adventure. Look at all those wee snails in there, folks. Little miniature sea snails chilling on these rocks. Yeah, that was definitely worth it. When you see a cave that size in this paradise landscape, the cliff's just so high all around with a red rock. It's like a scene from Mars. Check that out, folks. The silhouette of the coastal cliff in front of the bright sky. It's like a Scottish postcard scene right there. Anyway, I'm going to push on back across here. It's just like a lethal environment. One slip and you could hit your head on some of these rocks, so it's a proper dangerous place to explore. From the looks of it, I'm not sure if these waves are starting to bubble in here. Right then, folks, I'm going to end this one here in front of this crazy cave-ridden cliffs of Auchmithie and this incredible scene. I'm going to be exploring further around here and try to make my way back out of here in the next video, so tune in for that. But yeah, I'm ending this one here, folks, so see you soon.